tak ada malas. Kita family, gather all the troops. Rosis all kita salute. Keep it real lah, dia Raja Bali. Commoners jom dengan podcast api.
That's why education is very important, knowledge is very important.
Very true.
That's why bila kita duduk, kita ada this kind of conversation dengan dia, kita understand more.
Ada banter dia.
Ada banter dia. And also when we talk about sex, the topic is actually very very wide, you know.
Yes.
Banyak yang benda yang kita tak tahu juga kita belajar.
And actually kalau korang masih mendengar ni the second episode, we are just nak create awareness at the same time.
Yep.
And apa yang kita tak tahu, kita boleh tahu hari ni. Yang masih mendengar ni, thank you so much for keep on listening to us.
Yes, thank you.
Keep on.
And kita akan lebih lanjut nak
Lebih
selam
lanjut
lagi Jap.
Selam lagi Ali Ali pun akan
Selam.
cocok lagi dengan soalan lagi nanti.
InsyaAllah.
Dan kepada korang yang masih stay mendengar ni, aku salute korang because you guys are relaxing and have this open mind to understand.
Of course.
By not judging. Of course kita tak akan matikan kawan kita di sini because she's doing bagi aku doing the right thing to actually learn and also understand. To be empathy at the same time. Bagi aku Ali kat sini kita macam kita macam terkejut lah kan.
Terkejut, of course.
Macam gini. Which aku sendiri pun tak apa, kadang-kadang boleh sort juga, you know.
Yeah.
But thank you for
No
having
problem,
this hard conversation with us.
You all know when I'm here, I always go deep.
Yeah.
And it is difficult conversations like this have to happen.
Yeah.
Right? Pasal dia tak terjadilah ramai orang masih rasa bersendirian when it comes to suffering. You know, and sometimes conversations like this, like you say, there's a certain standard that we have to uphold in our society, like it or not lah, right? And because that conversations like this tak selalu happen, orang yang want help don't know where to get help.
Okay.
And it is very common that ramai orang rasa marah, geli, jijik dengan diri atau sedih with their own turn-ons.
Okay.
Because they don't understand where it comes from.
But coming from you, aku can feel there's a bit of frustration in you in regards to the society punya values. Adakah kau ada rasa macam gitu ke apa? Certain things yang kau rasa macam ni tak betul ke apa?
I think I'm not the only one, right? I think we all grew up hearing that, a simple thing as macam, women should just stay at home.
Okay.
Kan? Like, perempuan buat apa? Belajar tinggi-tinggi, nanti kat dapur juga.
Okay.
Aku disagree with that also.
Yeah, so those are the things that bother you, right? So kalau nak cakap aku benci sangat society, the boomers who created all of this, or before the boomers, these are some things that we can unlearn and we can understand more and we empathize more.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, aku nak kena be true and aku nak kena straight jack dengan
Kasih li.
Straight jack.
Aku
dengan
tunggu kau kasih dia.
Sebab apa kadang-kadang
Kau nak jab the left.
sebab kadang-kadang kita, kalau kau nak jadi macam gini kan, kau kena be ready dengan apa orang yang akan cakap. Contohnya aku kasih kau Adi ni macam faham nak berbual pasal seks. Dia sampai ke tahap siapa ni, Dr. Mori siapa ni sebenarnya?
Dr. Morin
Morin, maafkan saya.
Tak kenal.
Dr. Morin ni siapa? Jack Morin ni. Kan?
Go and read his book. It's called The Erotic Mind by Dr. Jack Morin. It will give you a better understanding as to where your desires or your turn-ons come from, and you will be more kind to yourself sometimes and even others.
Okay.
Dan it is not learned or it's not taught in our society, right? So kalau kau tadi cakap Adi ni siapa macam faham, aku bila first start ni ramai orang cakap asal nak kena ada sex coach. Main-main je lah.
Pasal dia fikir the penetration. Dia tak fikir the deeper side.
So one of my notes, aku nak baca
dah
notes.
tulis
Of course, nak jadi Dr. D.
So the myths about sex is sex should be, that's what I hope to be in the next few months. So sex should be spontaneous.
Yes.
You're taught that, right?
Yes.
Macam Acap cakap, asal nak itu, langgar jadi apa?
Okay.
Aku tak suka plan date ni semua.
So because that's the myth, right?
Yep.
And then number 2 is sex is natural and you should know what to do.
Okay.
which many of us grew up with that too. Because kita cakap apa? Oh, you have to make sure you remain a virgin sampai kau kahwin.
Okay.
Tapi sebelum kahwin tu, mak kau, nenek kau tahu next month mesti bini kau dah mengandung.
Aku tak faham.
For example, yelah, I want a grandchild.
Oh, nak bunting pelamin lah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they force us so much to make sure that we keep our virginity. But after that, like, sex is rushed without the proper education, and so many women in our society or community lah, especially I think a lot of Muslim women, they struggle with vaginismus.
Apa tu? Vaginismus.
Vaginismus means like they
Macam sayur pula
it
nama.
hurts.
Vaginismus.
Vegetable. No, they have issues having sex or breaking their virginity because they orang jadi takut.
Okay. Ada kes kita dengar.
Right,
Yes.
it is the contraction of the vagina closing to when you're about to have sex. It just contracts, your whole body contracts, and then dia ketat lah.
Yalah.
The penis can't go through and intercourse can't happen, and we are also not taught the pleasure. Female pleasure is something that is so controlled by, especially like, the female circumcision and all that. It happened because to make sure that we don't have too much pleasure or asyik nak main aja dari
Okay,
dia,
but with proper education, you can overcome that issue.
it depends because as you know, when female are circumcised, we, just like men who are circumcised, you guys are desensitized. The feeling of your of our clitoris is very, very not as sensitive as those young tahap cut.
Okay.
Snoket masih ada punya lah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So sometimes they don't know that pleasure is not only based on penetration, because only 20% of women enjoy penetrative sex, and that is enjoyable, that it allows them to feel pleasure through penetrative sex. 80% of women still need clitoral stimulation.
Okay.
So especially kalau kita cakap pasal kita punya society, culture lah, orang-orang Melayu kita, because again, most of us who are born in the 80s, 90s are cut, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't know that is the bin for us. That is our sexual organ. That is where we enjoy pleasure. That's not taught also anatomy wise. Ramai perempuan tak tahu.
So lah, kalau kau nak pergi deep down macam gitu, orang takkan tahu punya apa.
Yeah, that's
Kan?
why I have my women's pleasure workshop,
Okay.
which I will, teach you your anatomy.
Okay.
To the basics of anatomy. Many women don't understand how their body works.
Tapi aku nak tanya kau what are your takes bila wanita cakap doesn't mean kau bercinta kau nak kena have sex apa?
Doesn't mean kau bercinta.
Tengah bercinta ni.
Okay.
Doesn't mean sex nak kena ada involve. Kau faham?
Umur berapa?
Maybe dah 20 lebih ke atas ke?
20 lebih. So are they married or not?
No.
lah. Bercinta lah.
Tengah
Dating.
bercinta, dating.
They are not married. Well, okay, that means that they don't want to have sex before marriage, or macam don't want to have sex entirely.
I don't know, maybe tengah ada relationship. Maybe lelaki tu nafsu ada, you know.
Okay. Yeah, that boils down to consent lah. If she doesn't feel safe enough to have relations with him, then of course he will have to respect that. Because if she's holding on to her set of values,
Okay.
right, I have to keep myself until marriage, then itu values dia.
Okay, let's say kalau macam contohnya selepas kahwin, dia ada perempuan tu came out with this statement. So
Selepas kahwin.
Selepas kahwin.
Well,
Contohlah.
okay.
Tak kasi main lah.
Okay. No. Bukan tak kasih main.
Habis?
Kasih main tapi bukan selalu. Masa once a month
tak
ke.
selalu lah.
Kau
Okay.
faham tak?
Well, there's a few things. It's either she doesn't enjoy the sex that she's getting.
Okay.
The other one is naturally she's a asexual person who doesn't need sex. To feel whole, to feel, because I think aku pernah cakap pasal asexual dengan kau kan, about a woman who doesn't really need sex.
Okay.
Right? Or a person, it may be a man, it may not be a woman. Or the other thing is, of course, dia punya hormones, right? That's the third one.
Okay.
So we want to understand what is the type of sex that she wants. Maybe she's not getting that. Maybe dia pun tak tahu. So dia ingat macam, okay, sex is not doing anything for me.
Yeah.
Then tak payahlah.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Tapi bukan nanti macam affected ke in relationship dalam segi dah berkahwin?
Of course it will. Because
Kan?
if they don't have that conversation now, that's where the relationship coach part of me will come in the sense that
Conversation.
they have to have a conversation. Because if you, I think you guys will agree with me, a lot of kita punya orang in the community don't talk about this.
Yeah. I don't understand why.
They will write into podcasts
Yep.
and tell the podcasters instead of their husbands,
Yep.
right? And they will write into you guys.
That's why kita nak kena cerita pasal ni benda.
Korang will
Kan?
cakap like,
And lately kita pun ada cerita di mana members kita baru balik jalan raya the first day.
yeah, I
Seorang
heard
wanita
that.
ya.
Kan kau dengar ada pasal cerita ni
Yeah,
kan?
that was really heartbreaking.
Kan. So apa sebenarnya yang terjadi ni? Apa nafsu lelaki ni kuat sangat ke ataupun wanita tak kasih dalam segi batin ke?
Yeah.
Macam mana ni?
Yeah.
There's so many nuances to as to why a guy cheats or a woman cheats. I think for guy is one thing, he's just an asshole. That one is still on the table.
Okay.
Okay, and the other
Why
thing is
is he an asshole? Aku boleh cakap dia pun
Yeah.
kita pun boleh empathy apa pada dia. Tak ke?
yeah lah, it could also be probably a trauma that he went through, seeing his dad, an example the dad is like that, and that's an example that he followed or he saw, and he choose to follow that example.
Terbawa-bawa kira.
Terbawa lah, because you know children learn from what they see kan. That could be that. Or
See and listen lah kira. Listen
Yelah, tengok
can
lah.
be listen to from the friends ataupun apa.
Yeah.
yeah,
Kan?
it could be macam, you know, you are who you mix with kan.
Yeah,
so
betul.
probably if his group of friends are like that, probably he wants to fit in. You know, these are just all hypotheticals. The next thing is, of course, there might be a desire that he wants to execute or to do, but because there are some men who put their wives in a very high pedestal to say that I can't do this with her because she is very pure. Kan, for example, or I'm afraid to tell this to her because she's going to judge me and she may not want to do what I want to do. Because essentially, your core desire or your turn-ons cannot be changed. That means like apa yang kita cakap based on tadi the first episode, like whatever traumas, whatever you want to feel seen or whatever yang macam tu cakap, what you feel fulfilled in that sense, your desire, it doesn't change. So unfortunately, some people resort to outsourcing.
Like third party.
Yeah.
Yeah, in my modality we call it outsourcing lah.
Okay.
So outsource, there's so many ways. Outsource with macam kirakan transparency means dia bilang isteri dia, I'm actually into this sort of play.
Yeah.
You know, for example, one of the things that in my case studies that while I was studying is this guy, he wants erotic massages from other people. Okay. And he asked his wife, he said that, you know, is it something that we can explore? You know, I'm telling you this is what I need to feel fulfilled. This is something I want to explore. What are your thoughts? Of course, at first, bini dia cakap, the fuck, what is this? You know, blah, blah. It's normal. But of course, with a coach in front of them, they managed to, of course, isteri dia cakap, I feel that you don't see me as someone that can fulfill this. Kenapa kau nak kena gini-gini? Of course lah, a conversation kan must happen. So that is outsourcing with transparency. Of course, the bini cakap, okay, from a no doesn't mean it's a straight no straight away. It could be a maybe, it could be yes. But if she is adamant with her boundary, this is not something that she wants, she doesn't need to also just because laki dia nak kena kasih. Coming back to the story of that lady that was coerced, right?
Yeah, the first episode lah.
We shouldn't be doing things that we do not want.
Good.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's true lah. Yeah.
Let me say that first.
Okay, good.
Okay, just because my husband has a certain kink or certain way he wants to play, I don't need to, just because he's my husband, I should do it.
Okay.
Yep.
Right? You shouldn't give yourself away just to make someone else happy. It's not your responsibility.
Yes.
You know? So, how can we come in the middle? That's where the conversation will have to happen.
Yes.
Right?
In the middle.
So, dari situ, then, okay, we're talking about, that is outsourcing with transparency lah. That means you speak with your spouse, blah, blah. But the most infamous outsourcing is outsourcing in silence.
Yelah.
Betrayal lah.
Yalah, third party lah ni
Skandal
semua.
lah ni.
Skandal.
Correct. So we don't have the context as to why the husband did it. of course, the wife will say, the lady that wrote in, I give him everything, whatever, because in her lens, that is enough.
Yalah.
But we don't understand, in his lens, what is not enough.
From my views, a lot of this thing happen is because of like they are not happy with their marriage. First of all, like I always say, financial issue, whatever issue, they dah tak happy marriage, just scandal terjadi.
Correct.
But majority of the people, they don't want to take the responsibility of telling cut the marriage off.
Yes,
They're
that.
just pure cowards yang bagi aku macam duduk diam-diam, just make things worse,
Yep.
and doing whatever kings yang diorang suka buat on the side. And just making the marriage in deep trouble lah.
I don't think whatever he did was a king, probably. That could also be, okay, I'm giving another perspective. He probably
Ni yang Raya
has,
cerita kan?
Raya cerita.
Okay.
He probably gets off with this adrenaline of getting caught.
Oh, serious ah? Ada lah.
Yeah. So I've seen cases like this, and what we derived is the reason why they cheat is when we go back to their story, when I did the inner child work with him, this person was bullied when he was younger.
Okay.
So in this bullying, kan, dia macam bullied by the own siblings lah. Like macam kau kental lah, kau good boy lah. Example, good boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the brothers were bad boys, right? So there's this innate want of him, like macam this innate desire of him to be a bad boy. Right?
Okay.
So he does things to challenge.
Yeah.
Like macam benda yang, oh my god, this is so wrong, but it
Nak
feels
rasa
so
alpha.
right. Yeah, like macam the adrenaline.
Adrenaline, yeah.
Why would this guy? They live in a fucking condo. Obviously he's got money.
Yeah.
Ya. Tak semestinya. Kadang-kadang
okay lah.
Utang lah.
Presumably ada duit. Okay, let's assume that.
Okay.
Okay.
Bagus no zone lah.
Right. But why would you want to bring a lady which is very, very dangerous tau. Kau tahu anytime your wife will come back.
Bodoh kan.
Oh,
Ada kamera.
back to this.
Apa?
Budget.
Budget or that it could be, oh my god, this is like, kau tu macam kau rasa siapa pernah quickie will understand this. Like maybe especially in public.
Yeah.
Oh my god, anytime I might get caught. He might get off to that. We don't know. This is one of the possibilities.
Okay.
As to why he does that. Obviously it is wrong lah.
Of course,
maybe he
yeah.
wants to do it, but he doesn't know how to do it with the wife, or he doesn't know how to tell the wife that I actually like this sort of very, scary situation where we probably might get caught.
Yeah.
Example,
Okay.
I'm just
Understand.
hypothesizing lah.
Okay.
But when I heard that, it was really, really traumatic. For her especially, macam dia,
Yeah.
kau bayangkan lah, dia dah semangat nak balik, nak tunjuk and everything.
Nak
Her
surprise
world
tau.
went crashing down.
Yeah.
Of course.
That becomes a new fucking trauma for her. I want to know what happens, like what's a new turn on is going to be.
I mean for that
It could be.
case, that guy is just a pure bastard.
Yeah.
Yang, whatever reasons yang kau nak buat, aku should think that the
Yeah.
marriage should be ended lah.
Yeah, but I like that she went for professional help.
Yeah,
She
did.
said she wants to go to see a psychologist.
She did, yeah.
I would say if you're listening, darling, try to see a therapist. I mean, like a therapist.
Yeah.
Either coach like myself or another person that works with this.
Sekarang ni aku rasa adrenaline
Yeah.
macam nak jentik dia punya bibir.
Darling. Kan?
Relax lah, kau pakai vocab banyak.
Relax lah, sis.
Apa darling vocab banyak?
Tak lah,
Biasa
sebelum
capok.
ni.
So maksud aku tu like a psychologist can help maybe a certain way because usually they orang akan prescribe medicine lah, but
Of course,
psychiatry,
yeah.
psychology. But maybe see a person, maybe a relationship coach. I mean, not pushing myself, but the occupation is a relationship coach to help with your situation. Yeah.
Macam that case is straightforward lah.
Kesian tu.
So aku lebih interested dengan kau punya cerita yang tadi pasal perempuan tu, the first episode tu.
Okay.
Dengan cerita yang kawan kita ni yang yang pengantar tu cakap kawan dia suruh dia mantap bini dia. Aku lebih interested ni.
Ya, kenapa,
Because
Cap?
Pasal bagi aku macam aku cakap, in my views is sickness.
Okay,
Like I said lah, in my views Because and also let's
Kita
talk
jadi
about
trauma tau ni.
Yeah.
aku tak ada fucking wounded, tak ada trauma.
Okay.
bro.
Teruskan.
Bro,
man.
if you allow me, I feel that there's a lot of anger in you.
What you mean?
Yeah.
I mean, if I observe you, obviously, macam being friends with you and whatever conversations that I have with you, right? I see a lot of and of course I know roughly apa yang cerita history kau growing up, how it is. There's a lot of pent up anger in you, and there's a lot of because of what happened to you in the past. It seems that the thing that you always chase is justice. You need justice and to fix things.
True,
because,
justice, yes.
You know, like, correct me if I'm wrong, when you were growing up, it seems that there's a lot of injustice that happened in your life.
Yes.
That you see, you saw, and you felt that there wasn't macam there's no absolution from whatever happened. Maknanya dia tak ada penutup lah, macam
tak ada jalan penyelesaian.
Macam maknanya like macam there's like some unfinished business or anger that it has not been expressed. So that's why when you speak about things, the things that I always hear is fix, that is wrong, there are rules. You must follow rules.
Yep.
You know, you gotta do the, you know, that is
ada
the thing that drives him.
Dia punya fantasy uniform group ni.
I would be in. I'm really interested to know what is
uniform group. Law justice.
Orang tak kau.
This is wrong macam.
Yeah, it probably it could be maybe the things that if we wanna macam his turn on probably is control.
Dia suka control lah.
Asal aku pula sekarang.
Sample
lah.
Pala pistol balik. Lagi happy sah.
Probably control or probably sometimes it could be macam submissiveness. We don't know because usually dia di lain kat luar tau. Macam aku nak kena ni, kena betul ni, kenapa. But some like this person who did this book, Tell Me What You Want, it is said that this person ni, aku nak kena mention, kalau tak nanti paraphrase kan.
Maureen.
No, it's not Maureen. It is Justin Lemile.
Siapa saya ni?
Orang Friends.
Okay, so anyway, like he wrote the book Tell Me What You Want. Okay, he did the longest study on sexual fantasies of adults in the US.
Okay.
So what he derived is, so people, especially conservatives, which I feel a lot of people in our community,
of course lah,
are more likely to fantasize about breaking taboo.
Okay.
Contohnya apa sah? Breaking taboo?
Maknanya dia akan buat benda yang orang cakap tabu salah, itulah
yang salah lagi dia suka lah.
Most conservatives. Okay, so liberals,
which is true,
are incorporated more about power play. So it's either that dekat luar dia tough man CEO, but in the bedroom he wants to be a submissive
slave lah kira.
Slave, I hear that a lot actually. Macam Ali
Ali suka slaves
Aku so lah aku berpakaian orang hutan
Itu dah Planet of the Apes.
Pakaian orang hutan kau.
Jadi slave lah.
Kat pantat lubang lah.
Caesar. No, dia jadi Caesar. B, role play B. I jadi Caesar.
BC Caesar. Tak ada BC 10,000 yang lalu.
Ya, ape lah.
Kau tahu Caesar Planet of the Apes?
Tahu.
Dia minta role play Caesar.
Bukan tu. Yang kena tolak yang apa, time pyramid, orang buat batu. Slave lah kira.
Egyptian slave gitu. Macam sial lah lu.
Itu Yahudi je, Egyptian slave.
Ya, betul.
Kan? Okay, so women. So for women, we had more emotion-based fantasy. So macam to make me feel good, the only woman that you want, which is, you know, more than men. So men had more taboo-breaking fantasies than women. So which is very interesting.
Okay.
So that some very taboo things men are not supposed to do, but when it comes to sexual play or maybe their turn-ons, that is the thing that drives them the most, right? So aku cakap like, for you, I cakap for why. See, aku bukan nak cakap kau punya turn-ons, but
yelah.
I sense a lot of anger, you know, from you.
I mean, life we need to have rules lah.
Yeah.
And then it's always being successful and always being financial freedom in life. That's what everyone wants, right?
Yeah.
You know, semua orang nak freedom. Kau tak nak freedom ke?
I mean, okay, freedom wound, it depends on your wound. Some people have freedom wound. Freedom wound is when someone yang bila dia kecil-kecil or whatever, dia kena kongkong macam nak mampus. Semua dia buat salah, whatever. That person may have a freedom wound.
Yeah.
You know? So when they say about freedom, nuance again, what is freedom? kan, freedom, financial freedom.
Of course, variety lah.
Some people can just live gaji 2004, anak 4 ke apa, rumah 2 bilik ke apa, they're happy.
Masih boleh survive ya.
Yeah,
Happy lah.
because not everybody have the same thing.
Yeah.
So but for you, aku tahu you have this like, no, it has to be like this. It's like this because I see things like this. It has to be like this.
Whip ada involve tak, Jap?
Elfarm ya.
Yeah, so probably it is something that you grew up depriving and being deprived of that because probably, again, this is aku just hypothesize juga.
Yalah, probably.
Engkau growing up there wasn't any rules. You felt that maybe like what you see growing up from your parents, there was macam no structure.
Yes.
So now as an adult, you like, we need structure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or else it's gonna be hell.
Tapi aku got to respect him because benda ni nak kena ada dalam segi apa-apa yang korang buat.
Yeah.
So so back in kau punya topik kan, aku rasa bukan sekadar whip aja.
Slave
Bukan.
Yang dashboard yang lap
Otak kau lah.
Ruler panjang ni.
ruler panjang pun involve lah, Cap.
Yeah. So you see.
Happy Zali. Kau nak jadi orang hutan, lubang kat jubur.
Mestilah lubang kat jubur.
Slave lah, Cap.
Slave lah.
So what I'm trying to say is you see where that all that comes from.
Understand.
Itu semua
Yeah,
wounded
man.
tau, Cap.
Wounded.
And wounded change to adrenaline.
No, because
Adrenaline.
Adrenaline.
aku kan stand, certain people that are always complaining, doesn't get shit done. For example, if you are having a marriage problem, get shit done lah.
Exactly.
Don't become victim of yourself. And then, for example, like that case, macam husband dia suruh dia buat benda-benda yang bagi aku jijik lah. Saya kau gitik mantat lelaki lain.
Yeah.
Don't just keep quiet lah. Do something about
do something
it lah.
Macam okay, coming back to you macam kau tadi cakap on the first part, like whose rules, which rules.
Yeah, whose rules?
Like okay, that's why in this world, even kita punya negeri Singapore ada rules and regulation.
Yeah.
And then dalam kehidupan, kalau tak ada rules, macam mana kita nak structurekan kehidupan kita untuk menjadi orang yang lagi bagus dengan jiran, contoh, dengan society, contoh, a good society yang coexist together. For example, macam kalau tak ada rules, zaman Greek dulu, diorang dah start buat ni semua. Kaking lah, apalah, ni semua dah buat.
Of course.
Gay ni semua diorang dah buat.
Yeah.
Jadi datangnya agama
Yeah.
yang adakan structure and rules, jadi orang lagi harmony.
Yeah,
Faham
but
tak?
like
Kan?
before we ended, I say like majority who wrote in to you. What do you
Muslim, yalah, Malay
so
Muslim.
There will always be people who will not live by the rules, right? But at the same time, that doesn't mean kita nak they are broken entirely. Dia orang macam, for me at least, okay, I refuse to say that they are broken. I refuse to say that because as humans, we all will have our own series of mistakes that we've done.
Yeah,
Example,
of course.
to pull back, I say 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, you come, you forget that I was coming. It was
My
a
bad.
mistake.
Yeah, my bad.
You get what I'm saying?
And I say, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we cannot run away from that. I mean, there's only so much that we can control.
So that's why fix the issue.
Yeah, that's why you want to change the world
Yeah.
entirely. Like when you say fix, right? To what extent does it fix?
Kau ni ada penyakit. Faham tak? So bila kau ada penyakit, bro, penyakit
Dia
kau
masih
ni,
tahu penyakit. Yeah.
aku boleh fix kau. Kenapa? Okay, aku tanya kau direct. Kau masih agama Islam tak? Kau percaya tak?
Yeah,
Contoh dia cakap
we already
masih.
mentioned that we are not gonna. You see, when we bring in agama, right? Yeah, everybody knows that it is wrong.
Jadi dia ada values. Jadi ada values.
You're telling me he doesn't have values right now? You
Of
mean he
course
doesn't
lah.
know he they have that values?
He's breaking the law.
Laws of Islam, but
Law of
you know,
Islam.
yeah.
And then kau
So-
subscribe to Islam. Betul tak?
Yeah, so would you rather, in a way that push him away because you're less of a Muslim because you sin
no,
like
no.
this? Or, okay, if you want to fix, for example,
Help
if
lah.
you're so fixated with fixing, right?
Yeah.
We cannot fix anyone. That is the main thing. Like, even for me as a coach, I don't fix people,
Yeah.
right? I don't.
The only
It's
thing you
like-
can give advice over.
Yeah, it's not even advice. It is for them to understand who they are, why they do it. Then they will have to make the informed decision. I mean, they will have to make that decision. Kan? Aku faham where you're coming from. You want to just eliminate this shit. Don't have this shit happen or whatever. But the reality in this world is these things will always keep happening. But how do we want to help? Because what I'm hearing is control from your end. We have to get this controlled.
Yeah.
But how? When I ask whose rules, people know there are always rules left and right. We are not supposed to vape, but people are still vaping in Singapore.
Yeah.
People are still doing it.
Yeah.
Right? Drugs is so wrong. People are still doing it.
Tu pasal ada prison.
How much can we fix? Right?
Prison them.
What? Prison people who have non-monogamous sex?
I don't know. Kau tengok how Lee Kuan Yew works this country the sets of laws and everything. Semua in place tau. And dia tak ada bullshit. Lee Kuan Yew ni dia tak bullshit ni orang. Like kau buat macam gini, habis kau duduk. Aku tak kisah kau nak cakap apa kau cakap.
Yeah.
So bagi aku dalam tak kira lah kau Muslim ke non-Muslim ke apa ke kan. Like certain orang dia beragama Hindu, dia beragama Buddhis ni semua. Diorang ada certain values and laws yang diorang practice.
Of course, yeah.
Pasal dia nak get their life together to be better. Every religion yang orang pergi nak jadi better.
Living in harmony
Living in harmony, you know, and understand one another. So bagi aku, kalau kau as a person sekarang cerita kat aku macam gini, and aku bertanya kau subscribe to what religion? Okay, kau cakap kau Malay Muslim and of course aku will bring that values into it and laws.
Because that's what you know. That's the only way you know how to help them.
Because kalau dia tak ikut, sampai bila kau nak hidup memantat?
Yeah. Again, you can only help them based on what you know, right? What you know, what you're capable of, and again, you cannot macam expect that because I help you, you confirm will change. There's still an element of choice there.
Yeah, of course lah.
Macam orang cakap macam leopardnya spot tak boleh berubah.
Faham.
Tak boleh jadi orang hutan gitu.
Maksud aku is like kalau ini balik kepada yang kau cakap rules, siapa punya rules. So aku will put it this way lah. Ini rules dia. Kalau kau tak nak dengar juga then terpulang kau will pay the price.
That's
It's
what
not me.
I'm saying. You know this is happening, this situation. Go get the help that you need.
Yeah.
You can put it on the podcast. Yes. What is your intention? You're helping the podcast to get views and stuff, but are you actually getting the right help?
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. So this person who wrote in about the punya kawan nak extended an invitation to him. From my lens, what I'm hearing is he's trying to shame them. Right, because it's not his story. Yes, like I was approached, I didn't know what to do. I asked,
I get you.
Right, so if he wants to shame them, could be a possibility because it is this the right platform for him to write in to ask for an opinion, to really like, oh my god, this shit is happening that I don't know what to do. Right, is this the right? I'll ask that. Kan? And of course there's an element of shame because he know this can actually be very sensationalized. It is very taboo. It is something that orang easily can judge because empathy is a very, very small window when it comes to topics like this. Kan? And another example yang kita selalu dengar, this lady, she submit to many podcasts. Aku tak tahu dia submit kat kau ke tak.
Apa cerita?
But this lady, she submits to DNL also, but DNL tak baca.
Okay.
She submit to She Code. She submit to that time siapa si
pasal apa cerita dia?
Sabar, Hikurangs. I've heard lah. This is where I've heard lah about a husband who is an adult baby diaper wearing, adult diaper wearer.
Tak ada.
Okay, so she sent to many podcasts. So I understand her dilemma. She needs help for sure.
Okay.
So husband has this kink of wanting to always wear diaper.
Bila tengah bersetubuh,
every night dia akan minta pakai diaper, and then berak kencing even in the diaper. That's what she wrote. Kasih minum susu whatever. So she will have to mother him.
Oh really?
Yeah. So of course, it's a very sensationalized story.
Okay.
So what she wrote to DNL was, she is at her limit already. She just felt maybe perhaps this is a bit too much out of her capacity. And my question would be, what's the point of you sending to all of these podcasts to read this story? What's your intention?
Okay.
Firstly, this is your husband.
Yeah.
Betul-betul, if you really need help, people say kenapa nak kena jumpa relationship coach like tak boleh ini aib kita. But aib is everywhere. I spoke to you about that.
Yeah.
Cakap, what is aib? Kau buat gini lagi jadi aib kan? Without actually getting help. So now when you send stories like this to podcasters, of course they will just grab and like, wow, this is a good story. Some may judge it's a good content to laugh about. I don't think it's laughable at all. I empathize with this husband because I understand maybe again nuances as to why he is like that. But he is also not respecting the wife's boundaries. Maybe because also she hasn't communicated. I may not get that part lah. Maybe she has, she hasn't. I'm not sure. But dia belum communicate the part when I cannot do this every night. I don't mind playing this with you, but I need, a timeline.
Ni bukan mental health ke ni?
Yeah. So again, the help is in this situation is to see a sex therapist.
Why sex therapist?
A sex therapist because
je.
you see, again, there's a bit of element of shame there because
Why?
the moment kita ingat gila, kita ingat orang ni gila.
Doesn't mean IMH gila apa?
Yeah, but this is not depression. This is not. A sex therapist is someone, the right professional to help you dissect and understand. If you come and see me, I'll probably send you straight to a sex therapist because a sex therapist is someone who has a certified psychotherapist who understands mental health also. And at the same time, they can, kalau okay lah, IMH, sorry, I retract that. IMH probably the subsidized route lah.
Yalah, cheaper lah.
Kan? So if you want to see another person is someone who is a sex therapist. So for this man, kita balik pada the concept of our traumas is our turn-ons or our kinks. Right? This is obviously a kink lah. He may not have any sexual gratification from this play. May or may not. I don't know. Kita tak dengar tu. But this is a desire of his. Now, if you go back to that that theory of wounds or trauma, he probably as a child may have been left alone with feces, with no diaper, parents tak ambil endah.
Okay.
That could be
one of the
how he grew up.
Yeah.
Okay, so whatever it is like aku get it from you that dia ada wound lah, trauma ni semua, faham
Correct.
So apa solusi dia? Like it doesn't justify. For me it's just an excuse.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting.
I understand.
Yeah.
Because again, because of who you are and how you are raised, fix. There's steps to things. Of course you see things like that and I totally get it. I have respect for it. So when you ask for a solution, again comes back to fixing kan. The solution is for him to go and see
seek for help sah.
A sex therapist and say if that is how he wants to play, fine. Right? But he shouldn't be making his wife suffer to clean up after him night after night.
Oh, okay.
Her complaint is, I am always doing this. I am exhausted. It is out of my capacity already. Kau faham tak? Bini dia cakap, I'm okay. I'm willing to accept. I even read this about I read about this sort of play, right? But the thing is, he wants now to do it every night. So now there's a problem with boundary.
Okay.
Wah, ini berbalik kepada choices.
Nak jadi baby apa?
Nak jadi baby lah, baby boss lah.
Because different couples ada different capacity to
Faham.
whatever play. Kita tak tahu. Ada the simple one accepted by society. Laki aku suka main game. Aku boleh terima dia nak main game.
Yeah.
Ada bini tak boleh terima. Ada laki suka pergi pancing. Pancing tak sudah. Kan?
Itu hobi.
That's what I'm
tapi
saying.
Tapi dia tak menyusahkan orang dalam segi sexual life.
Yeah, is like I said, ini bahasa what is acceptable by society.
It is acceptable like I said because it is different category. Dia bukan under sexual punya.
Yeah, sexual that could be many things. What if this person likes to lick armpits? Some wives who don't like it. Why would you want to fucking lick my armpit? Kalau kau nak cakap go sexual lah. It really depends on
Tapi ni at the end of the day dia ada banyak pecahan dia Cap.
Banyak Cap.
Yes.
So many new
Tapi
ones.
kalau aku try to put myself tempat perempuan tu kan, hantar tu bermakna contohnya dia dah malu, tak tahu nak
pergi
share dengan
mana.
siapa.
Yes, exactly.
Nak seek help dari siapa.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
tell her husband stop it lah.
one thing, that's why dia hantar ni cerita tepat different kind of podcast. Maybe dari sana diorang boleh tahu, okay, kau boleh seek help daripada ni. Macam dia cakap tadi, seek help from this sex therapist.
Yes.
Yeah, something like that. Then from there, dia akan dengar, dia akan try to communicate with them.
So
Probably.
I mean apa yang patut dia buat, macam aku cakap tadi, pergi IMH ke, mental health ni tempat ke,
That will help
sex
too.
coach ke, whatever lah, help. I mean complaining itself doesn't fix anything kan. Dia tak ada
Exactly.
solution.
Right.
There's
So
no solution
bila dia dah
to it.
execute do something, then insyaAllah lah, then kita boleh tengok lah ada kebaikan ke, nak kena ada ubat ke apa ke.
Because kau cakap, I know you're so fixated with fixing. But do you notice that these people that write in, dia nak curhat saja. They just want someone to listen. And then they will go back to that choice.
If dia punya curhat cakap, salam guys, aku ada masalah-masalah gini, aku tak nak korang punya solution, aku nak dengar je. Okay, aku dengar.
Yeah. But it comes back to like, boleh fix, nak kena fix ni sickness whatever. So, and comes back to your point, people have choices.
Choices lah.
Yeah.
Yalah.
And if they go back to that choice, kita macam mana kita nak?
Tak boleh lah.
Aku faham. So bermakna, let's say kalau dia intent boleh dengar kita punya advice, dia take kita punya advice, dia boleh tukar untuk menjadikan yang lagi baik. Itu bagus lah.
Bagus lah.
Tapi macam dia cakap, let's say kalau dia dengar, yes dia dengar, tapi dia balik kepada benda yang apa yang dia buat. Itu kira dah rabak lah.
Too bad lah.
At the end of the day, it's out of our hands. Kan? Of course, bila aku cakap empathy tu, there is empathy. Even coming from you guys, like, if you can empathize a lady to that went through yang pasal yang laki dia kena tangkap hari raya tu kan. It is to develop that skill to empathize over things that are like, what the fuck? You get what I'm saying? It's something that pada aku it's a growth part even for me, because I wasn't like this all along. Right? It's a choice of mine to like, okay, aku betul nak try to understand, and if I really want to be a coach to really help people to change the world, I cannot have a judgmental perspective.
Of course,
I will
yeah.
still have to have my boundaries, right? Without the only thing that I'm advocating is having conversations and understanding that people's lives are different. People's journeys are different. If I can help everyone, fix everyone, let's say a lady coming in and say that, my husband doesn't want to have sex with me. If I can change that in a snap like that, I'll be happy, of course. But it takes a lot of work.
Yes.
You know?
That's why aku categorisekan orang-orang ni, dia under a panel of macam with a problem ataupun sickness yang aku mention just now.
Dia masih sickness tau. Dia masih
Yalah, dia
I'm
punya
not going to
choice
change
lah.
your mind, but that's
Get the cure,
that's fine.
damn it. So get the cure.
Yeah, get a cure, god damn it.
Senang kan?
Gitu-gitu.
So like benda-benda ni semua orang ada choice. Kalau macam aku would not be, macam kau cakap empathy, aku tak akan empathy orang yang pedofile siap.
So of course not.
Yeah.
Okay,
There's
asal
certain
kau try-
limit lah. There's
Okay,
certain
okay.
limit.
Okay.
Asal kau try empathy pada pedofile. Kenapa?
So for pedophiles, the one that I learned in my advanced stage of school, it is to understand where that came from, right? And there are people who silently are pedophiles, right? They don't act on it. It
Yup.
stays up here,
Yup.
right? So if it stays up here, aku pun tak tahu unless dia buka mulut lah,
Of course, yeah.
right? And it becomes a crime, of course, when it is executed. Kan? Kalau aku nak cakap empathy, it is to those who have control over their desires. I empathize, I understand this is such a difficult turn on to have. But I applaud you for having control. You get what I mean?
Fair enough, yep.
But of course, I'm not gonna like, orang yang dah pergi mantat budak banyak sampai baby, aku nak cakap, kesian kau. Tu, aku pun ada boundary, kepala buto dengan kau. Like,
Yalah.
why didn't you control yourself in that sense?
Yep.
Because that's crime.
Yes. Sama juga macam lelaki suruh bini dia mantat orang lain, bagi aku tu crime siap.
Yeah, crime in the eyes of the religion that you subscribe.
Itu kau punya true, kau punya lens. Jap.
Yeah.
Iyalah.
Pandai, Ali.
Apa? Dah belajar dah lens.
Yes.
Jadi kalau you see, kalau kita tak categorisekan benda ni jadi crime, orang boleh just carry on as per normal, even though macam dia jumpa kau ke, aku dengan Ali cakap kat sini ke, dia cakap dia masih beragama Islam. Of course banyak kita zaman dulu kita beragama Islam, banyak benda kita langgar kan. You know, a lot of, in reality lah, banyak orang buat some marriage dia orang dah lose virginity and whatever not. So in reality also, aku put in this way, macam kalau kau ada this kind of kinks and then dia dah explain kenapa kau ada childhood trauma whatever it is, but aku tak nak kau menggunakan apa dia cakap tu sebagai excuse. Kau faham tak?
Yeah, I see your point.
Jadi dia akan lagi, kau tahu, mendalam lagi. Tak
then
faham.
it becomes malicious. You see, if they already understand, okay, when they see me is to dishamify that, okay, I have this turn on, right? But aku rasa jijik. So my way of saying is like, hey, kau tak jijik, you know, there's a reason why you like this.
Beri semangat lah.
Love yourself, yes.
Okay, fair
Love
enough,
yourself, kan? Tapi kalau dia nak pergi turn back, oh, aku gini pasal aku gini, so I have the right to do shit.
Yes.
Then if you say that you have the right to do shit, now are you crossing boundaries or not? If he say that, oh, aku have the right to do shit, dia married lah. Habis dia cakap dengan bini dia, I have the right to do shit, I'm like this because tu, so kau nak kena tidur dengan jantan lain. This wife still have the boundary to, if that is not something that she enjoys or she wants, dia masih ada choice not to listen to the husband, isn't it?
Yep.
Right? I'm not saying that kau nak kena dengar because the husband. Then what the fuck, sah? That's not what I stand for.
So sama juga balik kepada apa aku cakap tadi. Patutnya from the start, wife dia should jangan sedapkan lelaki kau, don't do that.
Yeah, and unfortunately that's the road that she went down already lah.
And then kau boleh ada lagi satu skandal.
Dah tahu lah, ni kira silap siapa sebenarnya.
It is. I empathize with her because she got traumatic. That she went through something traumatic with her husband. I empathize with that. Now, I also empathize with the fact that she doesn't know what to do about her turn on right now. Because of course, bila kau tengah berkecamuk macam gitu, many women yang berkecamuk in a very bad relationship ke apa, dia akan, when ada je jerung yang masuk ni yang masa nak macam-macam,
yang show empathy lah kira.
Show empathy, a shoulder to cry on is a dick to ride on situation.
A dick to ride on.
It can happen because he came at a very vulnerable time. Kan? We are all vulnerable at one stage of our life. Don't act as if you guys takkan jadi kat aku lah. Takkan. We can never know. You know, so I empathize with that. Now dia sekarang dah stuck in the situation. Aku tak tahu nak buat apa. I want to leave this guy but I just cannot. The sex is just too good. Now dia cakap sex is too good, to her is, oh, my genitals feel so fantastic. Sedapnya kena mantat. Macam itulah dalam otak dia.
Yalah.
Tapi the reality is actually the feeling that she got, not understanding that there is actually a turn on. Right? And which the advice aku kasih dia in my podcast, I say that have this conversation with your husband and say that, okay, you can either disclose or not. It really depends on where your relationship is at. Kan? But if you know that this is going to maybe separate you, there must be a reason why she stuck with her husband. What dia tak bilang kenapa dia still stick in the marriage. Kan? So if she wants, she can tell the husband, you know what, I have this new turn on, or you know that ever since that happened, I have this turn on of, it turns me on so much that to think that I'm not sleeping with you like with a stranger. Would you like to maybe have a role play with me and that will help me with my turn on?
Leceh tau.
That's halal what? If you want to buat halal,
kena role play yang bahasa suka marah punya, kau dah leceh Zah.
Slave dia lah.
Which
dalam main dah attack aku. Dalam pisah.
Which ada Ali, like you know, if you want, like okay, let's talk about BDSM, right? There is a course on this.
BDSM. Okay.
You see BDSM, you see that it's all 50 shades of grey. There are some remnants of what real BDSM is, especially the contract part. One of my lecturers is actually a BDSM madam. And she said that I will have to write contracts for people who wants to engage with BDSM play. And there's a lot of macam rules and terms and everything else. She said that there was one client that it was over 50 pages of the terms. You know, and people think that BDSM suka hati mak kau kan nak bikin. But no, the rules are very strict. You know, as long as it starts to not be safe, that's no more play. BDSM essentially is just play. And some people, they really love the rough, macam
I understand.
apa tu, SNM sort of thing, right? And that's also part of people may question that is so sick. Where is that coming from?
Yeah.
Sick what? Kau tak rasa sick ke?
I mean, again, I didn't experience that. It's not something that I'm gonna yuck someone's yum. You know.
You see why? Okay, the reason why with all this conversation yang aku dah ada otak aku pornography lah bro. It's pornography yang make these kings of whatever dorang suka ni.
Do you
Porn
notice,
destroy you. It's the devil's work.
do you notice that we have had this conversation closer to, probably 2 hours or so?
Yeah, 2 hours.
We've never ever mentioned once porn when it comes to the turn-ons. It comes to, when I say the threat is coming from pain. Porn, yes. When you notice that the type of porn that you always go to is an indication of what particular desire or what pain is pulling that thread.
Yeah.
Right? Maknanya when someone, for example, likes maybe MILF porn, for example lah. Okay. This person keeps on going to a MILF porn, probably they might have mommy issues. For all we know. Why do we always go to that particular porn? Right? And porn it can be a tool. It's just a tool.
But the tool
it can also
destroy your mind. And also explore your mind.
If it's excessive.
Of course. These people are always excessive towards porn.
If it's excessive.
Yeah.
Right? And you see, even masturbation, people wonder kenapa there are complaints, especially for men who premature ejaculation.
Yeah.
Right? There's a reason lah to premature ejaculation, because masturbation is so frowned upon. I've said it before on my podcast. Masturbation is so frowned upon that when they do it, it's in a stage of cepat. Takut orang buka pintu, takut mak ketuk pintu.
Okay.
So when they have sex with women, physical sex, macam, the body has been conditioned to come quickly because of that time constraint.
Oh, just because of that terjadi macam gini.
Condition lah. So that's why the wife say, "Oh, my husband comes really fast. I cannot, I don't enjoy sex," and that keeps happening because kita dah condition body kita.
Okay.
And that's where you go seek help. I'm not saying that porn is tak ada masalah. There can be.
Yeah. Banyak di.
Yeah, macam everything is once you do it excessively, there will be a problem.
Okay, tapi kebanyakan kebanyakan of kau punya klien yang datang is marriage yang dah kira dah berkahwin lah.
Yeah, they are single.
Oh, ada juga.
Some are single, in a relationship. One is single, the rest are married. Yeah, they are married. So I have couples who come in to see me as a couple, and I love when they come in as a couple because it makes my work easier and harder at the same time.
Of course. Yeah.
Kan? But if they come alone, kan, macam they did try to get their husbands in, and it's really hard to get men.
Of course
to
lah,
want to
malu
sit
lah
down.
kira.
Yeah. Well, malu, and again lah, social message lah. Kita tak ada apa-apa, ni aib apa, kita boleh fix sendiri apa. But unfortunately, because it took too long, but sometimes the wife has 2 feet out of the door already.
Yeah. I mean, being a man, kau nak kena ada strong mindset lah to carry this lah.
Yeah.
Like if kalau kau tak nak open up, make sure you can ada strong mindset, you can carry this problem.
Carry lah, senang kata.
Carry and settle it yourself lah.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong to seek help, honestly. Macam
Yeah, of
kau
course.
kalau sakit gigi, kau pergi jumpa dentist.
Betul.
Kan? Macam ada orang emphasize, kita nak kena jumpa religious hates for this. But like I said before, kau sakit gigi, takkan kau nak pergi jumpa podiatrist yang check kaki. They are not equipped for. They can give you certain things probably. Maybe not relating to your teeth, but maybe other aspects. But you're not seeing the right person.
Okay.
The only concern yang aku ada pada kita ni sekarang, zaman sekarang ni, is for our my Malay Muslim brothers and sisters lah. Because aku tak nak sangat konsep barat ni ada kat Singapore ni.
Of course, I
Like
see your
even
concern.
even kita punya negeri punya ruling. Aku pernah tengok satu video Lee Kuan Yew ni cakap like in the US they have their practice, their laws, but not in Singapore. This is Singapore. So their practice is different. So kalau dengan banyak pornography punya influence and also whatever reasons yang orang rasa orang can have the rights to have this king.
And even dorang baca kat Google ke apa ke, itu pun kadang-kadang boleh menjadikan satu masalah.
Betul.
Through a lot of orang kata tu apa ni?
Apa dia?
details ke apa ke kan, itu pun boleh merosakkan kau punya
Merosakkan minda dia lah. Jadi
Details macam mana tu?
apa dia?
What do you mean by details?
like
Details-
membaca pasal BDSM ke apa. So you see at the end of the day aku really respect what you are learning right now. Apa yang kau dah study, you can actually be benefit for the community. You know,
Yeah, absolutely.
you can help people ataupun have this hard conversation, which is good. Like
Yeah.
our community very hard to have this hard conversation. But at the end of the day, aku see the beauty of religion at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
What about
betul.
the beauty of it?
Yeah.
Like without
Yeah,
religion, kita tak ada these values and kita tak ada these rules tau.
Betul.
Kan?
Yes.
Jadi bila adanya agama,
Nampak? Baik dia.
bila masuknya agama, kita tahu kita punya limit tau.
Yes.
Kita tahu macam ni tak boleh buat. Kenapa Allah cakap macam sorry ni kat platform ni aku nak kena masuk.
Kena have to.
It's very important because aku felt that way in this conversation. Aku rasa macam dalam ni kalaulah dunia ni tak ada agama, tak adanya Islam, macam mana saya jadi
Habis lah.
orang main bini orang mantat sana sini, orang jadi gay, orang sana, orang buat benda-benda yang keji tau. Which pernah happen dulu sebelum Islam ada dah jadi dah.
Yalah.
Jadi adanya Islam ni is bagus lah untuk kita really ikut belajar. Like macam dia cakap, okay, sekarang kita sebagai orang Islam to another friend of Islam, brother of Islam, kita tak boleh keji dia terus macam.
Yeah.
Tapi kita boleh guide. Dia cakap, brother, aku tahu kau dah buat benda ni salah bro.
Yep.
So kalau boleh balik ke pangkal jalan, balik ke pangkal jalan.
Kembali lah
Kembali. You know, kita semua buat salah.
Yes.
Tapi it's not really our job to really maki kau, pijak kau, kasi kau jatuh.
Betul.
That Acap.
Ya, betul lah.
That essentially
Yalah,
what I'm
kan?
doing.
Yeah.
It's just that. Not stepping on them. Because apa yang aku cakap ni is in the lens of a human being.
Yeah.
Human will be human. It doesn't matter on what religion you subscribe to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Human will be
Humans,
human.
yeah, humans.
And even if you want to talk about religious context, we are taught that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't mean someone is lost. They are lost entirely.
Yeah.
As a community, as mana yang kita boleh masuk and be of support, we
Bantu
become.
lah. Yeah.
Will you believe that most of my clients, I think they are conservative people.
Yeah.
They are clueless. They don't know. And like it or not, sex is essential in our life. It's essential in our marriages. It is essential in, making our partner happy, making us happy.
Yeah.
And it is something that we need to speak about. So when people have problems, they know, okay, I have to seek help. There's no need to be afraid of. Even though my story, let's say I'm into kak ke apa ke whatever, there is a space where someone will not be like, haram, mana boleh kau buat macam itu, salah. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they are berlumut dengan shame. They need to be at a space where someone who receives them with love and empathy and compassion. And that's what I do.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we can give you that lah. But at the end of the day, if you don't want to change, you still with that kind of life, kau yang akan rugi lah. Jadi podcast ni yang kita ada ni untuk sampaikan message and different point of views, opinions di Ali dengan aku kat sini.
Yeah.
Kita at the end of the day cuma nak tolong community Melayu kita sendiri je. Kita kat sini sampaikan podcast, kita buat hiburan. Kita kalau ada korang kasi macam masalah macam ni, kita try to find a person yang boleh berbual, example macam di.
Yes, correct.
So untuk benefit korang juga. So at the end of the day, kalau korang betul ada masalah and everything in your marriage, bagi aku insyaAllah benda ni boleh fix lah.
Yeah.
Boleh diubati lah Ali
Aku punya advice ni, kalau betul-betul kalau ada masalah macam gini, sebelum terjadi ataupun apa, pause lah. Korang pause. Fikir dahulu in the future to come, apa yang akan terjadi. Kalau benda ni kau tak nak terjadi, then better don't lah.
Yeah.
Ya, kau jangan buat lah. Kan, kau fikir. Macam Acap cakap, dalam dunia ni kita sebagai seorang Islam ni kita nak kena ada basicnya.
Basic lah betul.
Basic agama where benda ni akan guide kita.
Dia jadi guidance tau.
Jadi guidance. Okay, aku nak buat ni alamak, kau kena fikir Allah.
Yes bro, kan? The beauty of it
Yeah. I agree. I absolutely
yeah.
agree. Some of the time when I coach my clients, aku ada masukkan unsur spirituality.
Okay.
Maybe bukan dalil or whatever, but like I say it all the time. I'm really spiritual. Right? Even I feel this work
Yeah.
that Allah has written for me, it's meant for me. He knows.
Yeah.
you know, it's macam apa tu, dia dah
tertulis
tulis untuk aku lah. Untuk macam dia tahu niat aku buat macam ni bukan untuk like pergilah mantap macam orang
ataupun destroying their life
you
lah.
know, or destroy their lives. It is a big part of my work is for my clients to know who they are, their value, what they deserve in life, because many of us feel that we are undeserving of happiness. We don't know what our worth is. We don't understand why there are certain days, or you know, when we fight like that. Right? Sex is one part of things, but the first thing that we look into is, who am I? You know, I love me, I'm proud of me, and many of us can't say that. And that's what I do. You know.
So another word really aku believe in apa tau?
Apa?
The word istighfar ni.
Istighfar, okay.
Bila kau buat dan kau rasa sakit ke, kau rasa macam marah ke apa kan, sebab tu Allah keluarkan ni word istighfar kan. Orang kata tu, kau make yourself calm, you know. Daripada kau terus jadi marah, makin marah.
Memang agak klise lah kau dengar, tapi you don't see the beauty of it lah. That's the beauty of it. It's a religion that won't make kita lost. Pasal kita kat dunia ni kita akan lost meh.
Of course.
With desire, you know, with the devil's work and everything, kita akan lost. But with the correct path, we will be guided to the correct religion lah.
And we still I emphasize a lot on control, right? Your how we regulate ourselves. It doesn't mean kita ada desire to we gotta do it.
Yalah, kena control.
Right, it's about understanding and controlling. Yang kita tak tahu tu, betul lah, bikin je. Itu yang jadi masalah.
Yes, knowledge is key lah.
Knowledge is key.
Nak kena knowledge.
I may not have, you know, the reason why I don't talk a lot about macam religion or whatever, because people they will probably say that kau tak ada the ARS to talk about it, and so I'm not gonna touch on it. Right, spiritual stuff is general. And I will just talk about things that I have learned, that I have really passionate about to help.
So my suggestion to you is, kau dah habis belajar ni, sekarang kau pergi belajar agama.
Wow, mix
Kau imagine Ustazah pasal macam gitu
No. I mean, bila kau dah ada agama punya knowledge tu, it's different now. Of course, kau punya approach will be different kan.
Correct.
I mean, like whatever I learn is on a human level lah. Kan, aku tak boleh cakap that aku belajar ni, so this is what I will subscribe to my clients or whatever, right? Whatever subscription is their choice, kan? It's like, if they come to my office, I see your point, I understand. Right? I cannot wear like, I'm a Muslim woman hat, then I have to tell you the dalil. It's not my place. Not my place to do that. You know what I mean? But of course, for people who subscribe to Islam, there are regulations, and you know what you can or cannot do. But still, many feel the challenge, the jihad of having to fight their nafs. Kan? And sometimes it's hard for them to actually go to someone who subscribe to the religion and perhaps understand.
Correct.
Ada yang lebih macam strict and more harsh, you know?
Correct. So
which I understand.
So if they were to come to me, a lady who is in the religion, but see you in the eyes of empathy as human, like any of us will probably make mistakes. Mistakes probably in the eyes of the religion lah, kan? As long as they're not hurting someone or whatever, most of us just want to feel accepted and seen. So what I do is, you accept yourself first. So then you make that decision and say, hey, because I subscribe to this, I want to be a better person. What is your level, or what is your understanding of a better person? What does a better person mean to you? Itu dia punya anggapan.
Perception lah.
Perception, not mine.
Okay, what is the best advice untuk people who dah berkahwin ni? But in terms of you know, kan kita dalam relationship ni, bila kita berkahwin ni, kadang dah busy dengan bekerja.
Correct.
And we have no time to talk to each other, to you know, to macam luahkan everything. What is the best advice untuk dorang ni?
I would say the best thing, it's not an advice, a recommendation, I would say, is to tegur one another, or maybe tell one another if you feel disconnected. This is at least what I do lah. in my own marriage.
Okay.
Right? I do a lot of things. My husband runs his own business, and sometimes we may lose that connection without realizing. The next thing you know, you are just roommates. Dia balik kerja, dah makan, dah okay, dah makan. Kadang-kadang makan pun tengok handphone. We tend to fall into those sort of habits. So the moment you feel like you don't connect anymore, kan macam ada loss in frequency sikit, tegur.
Yeah, of course.
Like, B, do you know that I miss you? Or text.
Yeah.
I miss you.
Sebab dia dah main handphone je.
Main handphone tengok handphone. You touch your phone more than you touch your wife. Or you touch your phone more than you touch your husband. Right? B, I actually miss you. It's been a while that we have some connection, or we talk or whatever, I understand that you're busy, but can we schedule something in? I'd like to reconnect. Just that habit in itself will remind you to always create a connection, because it is so easy once you have kids, once you have responsibilities, you will put your relationship in a back burner. Which you don't. Sometimes sex also macam, tengoklah, some people have sex every day, but they are not connecting.
Yalah.
Dia setakat focus on the pancut, or maybe the wife doesn't even come. It is, and people are so focused on orgasms instead of the connection that they have while they are intimate.
Faham.
Right? Because we're taught that, did you come? Or you have to come. Because there's so much emphasis when the reason why you ejaculate or you come or you have an orgasm is the connection that you have. It's not just physical, it's mind-body connection with your partner. That is what I will recommend you strive for.
Propose lah kira
Yep.
Yeah. Macam mana kau ajak dia keluar? It's very cliche lah. Korang dengar all the time.
Yelah.
Date your wife, do this, do that. Like macam, Acap, I see lah. Dia, I see you do that a lot with Yani.
Ali
you guys
siapa pergi jams.
You guys on dates, and even Ali. It's important.
Bagus, Ali.
Especially for parents who are parents. We can be so macam fixated on our children. Too much that we forget. I give you an example. My husband, kalau aku tengok dia punya phone, lagi banyak gambar anak daripada gambar aku.
Faham.
I will ask, B, can you please take a photo of me? I feel, it's always the children's, don't you love, like,
Yelah, faham lah.
don't you love a photo of me? Just
Be open up lah
open
kira.
up. Kan, like, I wish, one of the things that I aku rasa for this coming Thursday punya episode, aku cakap dengan this divorce coach. So she used to be a lawyer, a divorce coach. We said that let's have a board meeting. Macam a board meeting lah. Board meeting maknanya kalau weekly is too excessive, you do it maybe once a month. Right? We will do like, okay, lately what are the things that I did that you maybe tak suka ke apa.
Keluarkan lah.
Things like that. Or one of the things that I would do in my session, if I go a holiday with my husband, I will play a game. Like maybe renew vows, or tanyalah soalan yang macam kadang-kadang lelaki memang susah lah diorang nak communicate. Kita perempuan tu dia berjela lah panjang. But you gotta make that point to connect.
Effort lah.
Yes. And it's connect. It's not just macam
Connect li.
Connect. Must connect.
Wow.
Yeah.
B,
You must connect.
my baju caveman dah berabuk.
Kau jangan rasa aku boleh bayangkan kau kan Daliana nanti.
Yalah. But whatever it is, thank you so much, D. We're gonna end the episode, man. Thank
Aku
you so
tahu
much.
panjang lah. Dia dekat sini mesti panjang.
Yeah, but it's fine. It's great episode. Thank you so much once
Yeah.
again. And
It's a pleasure, boys.
kepada kawan-kawan kita, thank you so much for listening. Aku harap this episode brighten a bit our mind and broaden up our mind. And insyaAllah you guys can give your feedback also, definitely. And kepada kawan-kawan kita yang masih lagi dalam masalah dengan penjualan rumah ataupun dalam segi nak cari rumah,
Betul.
adanya One and Zile yang sponsor kita daripada dulu sampai hari ni.
Sampai sekarang
Sampai sekarang Alhamdulillah. Lama Adi pun kenal. InsyaAllah lah mereka akan bantu korang untuk mencari rumah dan also menjual rumah.
Tapi sebelum tu korang kena follow social media mereka, which is dari TikTok, Facebook ataupun Instagram, Wan and Zal. Ada apa-apa hal ataupun got to do with any nak jual rumah ke, nak membeli rumah, korang boleh saja hubungi mereka di talian 9196 0066 9196 0066. Dan sekiranya kalau korang nak membeli atau nak menjual rumah, bolehlah WhatsApp ataupun DM mereka sekarang juga. Dan sekiranya kalau kita bertiga
betul,
ada terkasar bahasa, ada kekurangan daripada kami, harap dimaafkan daripada hujung rambut ke hujung kaki. So I think it's a good banter juga. It's a good banter.
And also sorry, add in boleh support D and her podcast.
Betul.
Love Sex WTF, whatever, please DM her lah.
Betul.
And if you wanna do coaching, aku tahu ke Wanzal tumpang lalu lah but if you wanna do coaching, just reach out to me through my DM or you can just go to my website.
Nice. Okay. Itu saja daripada kami. InsyaAllah kita akan jumpa lagi
InsyaAllah
di masa yang akan datang.
Alright.
Rendah lerke. Goodbye.